Best in the world. I got the new world. I give to you with my sound. If I stop spitting that real, with the king of kings be uncrowned. It's that afterlife for the poltergeist. Yes. Follow this nigga to the morning light. We can smoke weed by candlelight. If the reaper's coming for your soul tonight. Yes. Meanwhile, I pray for our culture. Seduction from vultures, corruption. These politicians say yo fuck.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday, whatever you celebrated. We just 1 minute ago finished our third day of Christmas here in Germany. Yes, there are 3 days. It's a 3-day celebration. This is the second day of main Christmas, where basically like your second cousin that you never talk to, they'll come over and have a coffee on this day, and that's basically how you deal with that. So pretty exciting stuff getting out of Christmas and everything. As much as I love Christmas, and you know, I know so many of you out there do, it's nice to transition out of it because we have so many more exciting things happening. You know, I mean, when you really stop and think about it, we got New Year's right around the corner, which is great. You know, I'm drunken craziness is always fun. We got all kinds of good stuff going on with that. And, you know, just the promise of a new year and new adventures and, you know, new resolutions and all these great things that you have to look forward to. It's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah, and Chewbacca. If you haven't seen Star Wars, go see Star Wars. There was Chewbacca for you. You know, there's just so many great things that are happening. And this is the most exciting time for me. You know, you get past all the stuff. Christmas is great as it is. It's for kids. You know, and like Christmas is, it's for kids. It's for you to be doing stuff for other people. And when you're getting into the new year, it's more about you. You get to be selfish. What is the new year gonna do for me? And so basically, I thought a good way to start the show today would be talking about my goals for the new year. And then we're going to get into some Christmas stuff. And then I'm opening it up to you guys. We're going to talk all the wrestling stuff because I know a lot of you guys are here for that reason. And that's awesome. And we're going to talk everything that happened that I missed that I did not do over the week, like NXT and SmackDown. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to take your calls. Frenchie Ben will be stopping by. We got a great show. I'm excited. It's a great show. It's a show worthy of coming off of Christmas. It's a show worthy of heading in to the new year. There's no question about any of that. So I'm very excited. So going in to the new year, I think, you know, for me, like the main objective for the channel is to continue to grow. You know, continue to grow, continue to do good things, doing it the right way, interacting with you guys, and having all kinds of fun with the channel. You know, continuing to lose weight and be a better father, a better husband, better friend, you know, everything. It's an exciting thing for me passing into another year. 2016, as crazy as that sounds. 2015 sounded crazy. 2016 sounds insane. We're growing closer to 2020. 2020, it's going to be nuts. So, you know, that's like personal for me. You know, it's just going through the motions of another year and more promise of seeing what you're going to do in the next calendar year. It's exciting, especially when you're growing a channel on YouTube and you're doing. I got a couple of really cool things that I'm working on. I'm trying to get my name out there and trying to get a couple of things happen, and a sponsorship deal that. I'm very excited about a possibility of it happening. I wrote a letter today that I didn't think I would ever write because I don't do these things because, you know, I'm lazy. But I decided to take a chance, and if I get a response, I think it could be very positive for the channel, and I'm very excited about that. So all kinds of stuff that's going on through my head, and I'm excited about it. So let's, real quick, let's give a quick shout out to everyone in the chat. Pittsburgh Boy 96 is in the chat. Patrick Glynn, Terry, they're double teaming, tag teaming the moderation committee again today. We got Jay Davis, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, which if you didn't notice, the song that opened the show today was New World off of the brand new album, Black Mozart. by Jay Davis. Rick Badboy up in the Chizette. That's right, Chizette. Jamie's Sideline Podcast, Fat Ass Dave. No, oh, okay, he's trolling me. Okay, suck a dick. I was going to be nice to Jamie's Sideline Podcast, but he could suck my big balls. They're big. I got one gigantic ball and one like regular sized ball. You could suck whichever one you like. Huh? I'm a nice guy. I give you the choice. So, yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Christmas, man. Christmas came and went. It's gone. It's over. It's 6 minutes old now. 6 minutes old here in Germany. We've gone through all 3 days of Christmas, and it's exciting to be over with. But this was the first time in a long time that we kind of put ourselves in a proper position financially. Actually, we got really lucky, to be completely honest. We got really lucky, and we were able to do something for my daughter that I haven't been able to do since I got out of the Army. You know, when I was in the Army, we lived very well. Very, very, very well. I mean, it's very easy to live well in the Army if you're not an idiot. You know, they talk about all the time, everybody talks about how soldiers don't get paid enough. And while I do agree with that, most soldiers who are complaining about their pay don't use their money the right way anyway. So they get their asses, have all kinds of issues because they don't know how to stay within their budget, live within their means. We did, and we lived very well. And we were always able to provide really good Christmases. But after I got out, you know, we had some issues with the VA, and we lost everything, blah, blah, blah. We lost our house and all that good stuff. So it's been a struggle the last few years. But this year, because of my wife becoming a head chef, never had a lick of culinary school training, just kind of worked her way into it, and having some over hours, we were able to provide something for my daughter that she's been clamoring for, and that is her first laptop. And I'm unbelievably excited to be able to do that for her. And she was so happy to see it, even though we completely screwed with her. And I made it look like it was mine. And then I gave it to her because you can't just give a kid a present. No, you got to screw with them. It's fun that way. Didn't tape it, though. I'm an idiot. But we had a good time with that. And it was awesome. You know, it was awesome to see her that excited. She had the best Christmas she's had in a very long time. The next day we traveled to my in-laws. I'm probably one of the only people who truly loves their in-laws. And we had a great time there. I had some problem, you know, with the pain and stuff, but we had a great time. It was so much fun. Had a blast. I mean, it really was one of the better Christmases that I've probably ever had. Top 5 Christmas, I think, in my head. And I know for my daughter, this was probably her best Christmas. This is the one that she's going to point to in 20 years and say, shit, that was awesome, you know? So I'm really, really excited for her. New SF boy, which is Sod Villa, says, don't you get benefits if you were in war? Yeah, you do if you're able to actually get them. I mean, I was medically retired at 50%. And when you get out, and that's through the Army, and then when you get out and you claim your benefits through the VA, that's a whole nother monster, and it's a completely different system. And good luck if you don't get right up the butthole trying to claim all your benefits. It's one of the worst systems that you could possibly even imagine, SF boy. So, hey, Andre Corbio up in the chat. Christmas was pretty good. Merry Christmas to everybody. Andre Corbio. Wow, man. Hey, Andre, what's up, buddy? So, pretty cool stuff going on there. Back to what I was, before I started explaining things to new SF boy, it got me thinking, like, what was my big Christmas, you know, when I was growing up? And it came to me pretty quick. I would think it would be this right here because I got a gigantic Darth Vader Pez dispenser. Can you believe this shit? Look at this Pez dispenser. It's fucking nuts. It would be like this one, right? It's as big as this fucking water bottle. You see this? This is craziness. Dun, 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 dun. I'm very excited about that. But no, that's not one of my best presents. I remember my present that I first lost my shit over. I was 7 years old, and I got the real Ghostbusters Firehouse, man. The full Firehouse. Lost my mind when I got that thing. One of the coolest things I've ever gotten in my life, still holds up, as probably my best present I ever got. And I kind of wanted to highlight a get and a give, because I think that's important to not only reflect on some of the cool moments you've gotten out of Christmas, but moments that you've been able to provide. So if you guys want to play along, I'd love to hear from you guys on Skype at davidvancura, davidvancura, or 702-751-2902, or simply leave it in the chat right now and I'll read them off. I want to know what your best Christmas moments have been from this year or years past. What's the most memorable gift you've ever gotten? And what is your favorite thing, your best memory of giving, if you have one? If you have one. Some people don't give. Some people don't give. But I would love to hear from you guys and what your favorite Christmas moments were. All right. Andre Cordial says, got a new Oiler jersey and the Oiler hoodie and the Oiler heated blanket and some liquor. Makes sense. Because you got to be drinking to get over the loss of Connor McJesus, Andre. I'm sure it's not easy. It's like, why did he have to get put into the boards like that? And I can just imagine Andre in all the Oiler gear, man. But he'll be back. I have him on my fantasy team. He'll be back, God damn it. Stronger than ever. David Wells says, what's up, David Vancura, a.k.a. Dead Dave. Well, Dead on Dave. I'm David Wells. First time on chat. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. What do you think about AJ Styles may come to WWE to be part of NXT when his deal from New Japan Pro Wrestling expires in 2016? I'm glad that we're getting right into the wrestling, because Lord knows I was floundering with that opening. My Skype just ended, by the way. It just screwed up on me. So I wasn't able to take the first call tonight. But to answer this question, I think with AJ's injuries, the ones that he's kind of dealing with right now, there's been a lot of talk about the injuries that he's dealing with. I think that there's a good possibility, if he gets healthy enough to really make a strong run, because I don't think he wants to go to WWE and not have a great run. So if he does go, which I hope he does, and as Andre's saying, Andre said he talked to him on the phone 2 months ago, and he is very happy in Japan and will only listen to WWE if the offer is right. Part of him worries about the booking, as he should be. Look, AJ is one of those people that I don't think should be going to NXT. If AJ's going to go, you send him to the main roster and you give him a proper run. I think that's the right thing to do with AJ. And that's kind of where I'm at with him. Now, if he decides to go, because he is unbelievably happy with Japan, how could you not be? He works a much lighter schedule. He makes good money. I'm thinking at his age, which I believe he's 39 now. He's like 38, 39 years old. He's getting to the point, I would think. Now, this is all speculation on my part. I don't know the guy. I'm not like Andre Corbiel and talk to him on the phone. That's badass, by the way, Andre. You're a badass, dude. It's like I talked to him. We're boys. I love that, man. I want to be that one day, but I'm not yet. I'm not yet. But I would think that at this age, you've done everything else on the independent circuit and New Japan and all that stuff. So one run in the WWE might be the thing that he starts getting a hankering for. A lot of these guys do. So if that does happen and the right offer comes around, sure, I could see him there. But it's all speculation and hopeful thinking. Patrick Glynn, yes, you can call back in if you like. Anybody else wants to call in, you can call in on Skype, David Vancura, davidvancura, or 702-751-2902. My Skype just died on me, so feel free to call back in and talk about anything that your heart desires. Wrestling, sports, life, any of that good stuff, and we'll keep the Christmas theme. Whatever you guys want to go, we'll kind of go where you guys want to take it. And I'll just continue to yammer on about the things that are on my mind. One of those things being NXT this week. While I'm waiting for the next person to call in or anything like that. NXT this week, which I had so much fun watching. And I'll get into the reasons why in a second, because we do got our first caller, Patrick Glynn. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's going on, Dave? I actually can use the video monitor now. I don't know if you can see me or not.
No, I don't want to see you. I'm good.
All right. Well, then that defeats the purpose of the stuff I wanted to show you.
Well,
because this Christmas was pretty cool.
Okay, if you want to be seen, that means that. Well, hold on. I'll do that. You want people to see it or just me?
Yes, I want people to see it.
Well, God, this is not your show.
Saw it asked what Terry got me for.
But your camera's not coming on anyway, so the point is completely moot. If your camera comes on, I'll put your stuff on.
All right.
It's not coming on. I don't think it's coming on. You probably haven't updated your Skype. What you got for me, man?
Not much. This Christmas was pretty good, man.
Yeah?
I had Terry got me the Dale Jr. car, and I showed you the book that I got.
Yeah, the book was badass. You got a Star Wars book, man. We're all geeking out over Star Wars.
It's part of the new canon. So it's the first novel after episode 2.
Oh, that's badass.
And I got all the rest of the movies because my bitch of an ex-wife took all my Star Wars movies when she moved out to be a bitch. So I got all the movies and they're on Blu-ray now. So
not to laugh at your pain of divorce or anything, but I always love when divorced guys talk about their ex-wives because it's usually never. It's like they're exes for a reason. So it's not very often that it's like, yeah, my ex-wife, she took my DVDs. I thought it'd be nice if I just gave them to her, so I did. And it was very amicable. So that fucking slut took my DVDs, man. She knows I love Star Wars, and she took them. So it's hysterical.
I got the little guy.
You got the son who's entering his prime Christmas years.
Yes, I got him the Darth Revan lightsaber.
Oh, nice.
Pays to have somebody that works at Toys R Us.
Yes,
because I didn't pay the price for it.
Yeah, you just stash it aside and do illegal things. That's good times. Hey, I got a question for you. Your son is 6?
He's 6. He'll be 7 in March.
Yeah, it was a good guess, right? It's almost like I pay attention to my friends, right? It's amazing. Now, like my daughter this year, I've been dreading the Santa Claus conversation. Like I feel like Santa Claus is one of those things that if you don't handle properly, you're going to fuck up your kid, Like this will be the thing that starts your child on the path to like serial killer. So I was very worried about this because
How old is your daughter?
What's that?
How old is Alicia?
She's 10. And the last couple of years, I could tell she's starting not to buy the bullshit, because I'm a dick. I tell her, Santa Claus breaks into the house and he charges us like for toys and stuff, but he gives us good deals. He has a coke addiction, all kinds of stuff. Like I say all kinds of crazy shit because maybe that's what's going to send my daughter into her downward spiral, but who knows? So this was the year that I was really concerned, right? I'm like, okay, this is the year she's going to put it all together. These are the questions, but you know what? It kind of just happened naturally. The whole thing, like we just went into a very German Christmas, which is not predicated on Santa Claus. They have their own day earlier in the month called St. Nicholas Day, which it's a very different thing. And so the presents were all out well before Christmas Eve, and she didn't question one thing. She didn't ask one question. And now this is just kind of the new accepted reality. It's the most smooth transition ever for Christmas and the whole Santa Claus thing.
That's how it was for me.
Yeah.
As I got older, I figured, there's no Santa Claus and all that stuff. And I used to always say the joke to my friends in school is that the only fat guy in my house that gives presents is my dad, and he ain't too
that's
jolly.
an old Simpsons joke.
No, I didn't get it from the Simpsons.
I know. I'm just saying it's an old Simpsons joke. Your friends probably got it from the Simpsons.
I watched the Simpsons. I guess I never paid attention to that.
But with your son, is your son starting to question these things? Is he starting to wonder?
No, he's not. He's not because he still believes in Santa Claus.
That's good. You got to cherish these moments. Terry says, "Hey, David, what's up, Terry?" I guess I have to acknowledge. What's up, Terry? What you got for me? Oh no! Oh, she's saying David Wells. Hi. See, I don't know what you can't say David, man.
Call you Dave. Don't call you David.
I'm an idiot. Have we not learned this? That I'm stupid. I'm pretty stupid.
It's okay. Well, I mean, you were talking about your best. I mean, this year was pretty good for me. My mom and dad gave me a new laptop, so my Skype won't act like shit.
Well, yeah. Good luck. You can't even show your stuff.
It's all right.
Your parents took care of you this year? Your parents got you a good Christmas?
Yeah, my parents got me a good Christmas. I got
my
the
parents
laptop.
suck, man. I haven't got shit from my parents in fucking years. They're in terrible financial condition.
Yeah, they got me the laptop, and they did get me clothes because they noticed that like most of my clothes were starting to get all raggedy.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So and me being a single father, it's hard for me to save money to buy clothes and all that stuff. So,
well, everything you got has to go to the kid. I mean, it's completely understandable.
Most of my money went towards Caleb this year, but they got me the laptop and on that. And Terry got me the NASCAR card that you saw on Facebook.
That's pretty cool.
She didn't have to do that, but what's really cool about it is it's a race run car, and it's the one that he won. Dale Jr. won back in July. It's got the confetti and all over on it.
Pretty cool. I don't care about racing, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This was my favorite thing I've got this year. My Darth Vader gigantic fucking Pez dispenser. This thing is awesome. Ridiculous. It's so big. You know how big my Pez dispenser is? It fucking dispenses full racks of Pez. Look, that's a full rack of Pez I just dispensed. Anyway, Patty, you got anything else for me, man?
No, that's pretty much it, David. I had a great Christmas, and my kid had a great Christmas, too.
That's awesome, buddy. I'm going to take another call. I appreciate it. Hey, call back in a little while if you like, man.
All right, I'm going to try. All right?
All right, buddy.
Me too, I would. All right. Thanks, Dave.
Patrick Glenn, everybody. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yep.
Let's take another call. 540, you're live with Dead on Dave. I believe that is Pittsburgh Boy. What's going on, man?
You'd be correct, my friend.
How you doing, buddy? Merry Christmas. Hope you had a good holiday.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I got nice things for Christmas. I had a great time with the family. It was a good time.
That's awesome, man. You were spouting off all kinds of memorabilias and shit that you got, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Fucking rich people.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, your parents are well off. I could tell. Because first, you're in college. And nowadays, you got to have parents who are at least somewhat well off for you to be in college. Second, the memorabilia that you got is not cheap. You got autographs by big names in sports. Those aren't cheap. And at your age, because you're not a cute little kid anymore, now you're becoming a scummy adult, they're not getting you that stuff unless they have the extra cash. So you don't have to tell us what your parents do, because I already know your parents they're doing okay. And that's good. Congratulations for you. My parents suck. I hope they call in one time. I always send my mom my links to these because I want her to call in. Because I want everyone to see the devil of a woman that she is. She is the goddamn devil, and I want everyone to see it. So I hope she calls in one day, because fuck, that'll be good ratings. Oh, that'll be good radio. What you got for me, Pittsburgh?
Nothing real. I was just going to see. Also, how was yours? How was your Christmas?
It was good. I got this giant Darth Vader Pez dispenser, man. Look at this fucking thing, dude. It's crazy.
Pretty damn nice.
It's pretty badass. I also got an awesome hoodie. Awesome hoodie that my wife got me. I love that. It's a Fallout hoodie, which, come on. Fallout. Jesus. So, there you go.
Yeah, then last night I got drunk off of eggnog and Heineken.
Wait, are you 21 yet?
No, I'm 19.
Illegal! I gotta hang up on you for doing illegal activities. Pittsburgh, you're over the top rope for doing illegal activities. Illegal, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's drinking illegally. He's 19. That's bullshit. Illegal activities from Pittsburgh Boy. Merry Christmas, Pittsburgh Boy. 708, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
How and Raw. Give it a yearly rating.
What? Well, that wasn't a sentence.
Raw. Give it a yearly rating, like year.
Give
like,
Raw a rating for
year.
the year?
Yeah.
So you want me to take the 52 Monday Night Raws and give them an average and rate them for the fucking year?
Yeah.
That's heavy-duty math.
said,
Do you realize how much math there is in that? I can't just bullshit this. I got to take this seriously. Do you know who you're talking to? This is some serious shit. I don't know. Wrestling has been weird this year because I feel that we had 2 or 3 periods this year where everyone was really happy with what was happening. I feel it happened a few times. But we also had some stretches where it was, I want to kill myself. So probably if I have to give Raw a rating for the year, I'd probably give it a 5.5. I think it could have been a hell of a lot better at times. I think I'm going to give it a 5, a straight out 5, because of the lack of continuity that it had throughout the year. They've had to restop and start and reboot and all kinds of shit. So I'm going to give it a 5. There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Give it a 6. Around there, give it a 6. Especially with certain teams like the W's and stuff.
Yeah. But hey, I hope your Christmas was good, and I appreciate the call.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take another caller. Take it easy, buddy.
Okay.
Matt J., you're live with Dead on Dave. Please speak clearly.
What's up, Dave?
What's crack-a-lackin', Matty J.?
Nothing. I just hope you had a Merry Christmas, because I enjoyed my Christmas. I thought
I
it was
got this
pretty
fucking
good.
Darth Vader Pez dispenser, man. He'll dispense your life. Look how big he is.
I've seen that. It looks pretty badass.
It's ridiculous, man. I could bludgeon somebody with my Pez dispenser. You can't do that with your Pez dispensers. I can bludgeon somebody to death with this Pez dispenser. In the the wrong hands, this could be a fucking murder weapon. That's how badass my Christmas was. What did you get for your holiday? And did you give any good gifts? Because all the selfish bastards who called from this point so far, they didn't talk about anything they got people. I got this, and I stroked my nipples as I got them. But what about you? Did you make anyone smile this Christmas?
I didn't give any gifts to anybody, unfortunately.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in my callers. You didn't go make a sandwich and give it to a homeless person. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I've had bad experiences. I was just kidding. Don't do that, because I've had bad experiences trying to give food to the homeless. They don't want it. They will beat you up. I've gotten jumped by homeless people 3 different times trying to give food out to the homeless. That was in Vegas. It was many years ago, but it left an impression. Throw money and run. That's it. Don't try to give them food. They will beat you up. They don't want it. They want money.
I was actually going to do a little rant on SmackDown because I thought it was terrible.
Really? SmackDown wasn't great this week, but I mean, it certainly wasn't really expected to be good, I don't think. This week was kind of a throwaway week. I think most people were given, and the Intercontinental title match I thought was really good. But go ahead, rant away.
First of all, I mean, it was terrible. I'm not going to talk about anything else. I don't need to talk about the League of Losers versus the Usos. I don't need to talk about Neville and Titus O'Neil and Santino versus the Ascension and Stardust. Mm-hmm. I just want to talk about the 3-way.
Yeah.
First of all, great match, and also, how is Dean Ambrose still alive?
I know.
That was a sick bump he took on his head. Like, I don't know if that was Kevin Owens' fault or like if he was supposed to land a certain way. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's funny with Dean. He seems to be indestructible, man, because he takes some of the ugliest, hardest, nastiest bumps that anybody takes, man, and he takes them on the regular and gets back up. He's got some Mick Foley in him, no question about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Dean Ambrose fan at all, but I mean, credit to him. I mean, he got up, he finished the match, and I mean, good for him. But Ziggler ate the pin like I predicted, and like probably most people predicted. I think it was the right thing to do. You don't want to have Owens eat another pin, but I still think the feud is continuing. I think they're going to have another match at the Rumble.
Oh, yeah. It'll be some kind of gimmick. It'll be some kind of a gimmick match, too.
There has to be a stipulation. There has to be. It can't be another match.
No, it can't just be another triple threat.
No, I'm either hoping for a ladder or a 2 out of 3 falls match, maybe.
I'm hoping for a ladder, but I think that you might have just hit it on the head with 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling that we're going to get a rematch of this on Raw, and more than likely someone else will take the pinfall. Maybe it'll be a non-title, but these guys are going to dance again, and they're going to set something up for a triple threat, for a 2 out of 3 falls thing, which I wouldn't mind.
No, me neither. I mean, a 2 out of 3 falls.
How do you do 2 out of 3 falls triple threat? I just thought about that.
Wait, didn't they do that at like WrestleMania 16, like with Benoit, Jericho, and?
But there were 2 titles. There were 2 titles involved. So like the first fall got 1 title, the second fall got the second title, and that was it. I guess they could do it with like the first guy to score 2 pinfalls. Nah, I don't like that idea now. It's got to be a ladder match or something.
Yeah, it has to be a ladder match. I mean. They kind of did the same thing with Balor and Owens at TakeOver Brooklyn because, they didn't want him to pin, and the next night he beat Cesaro.
Yeah.
But, I'm still picking him to win the Rumble. I don't think there's anybody else. But since I don't have Lesnar winning the Rumble, if he's not in it and if he doesn't win, who do you see him facing? Because I can't think of anybody.
He could really be anywhere for Royal Rumble. I see him being in the. I see him being in the Rumble. I don't think there's really anything else for him to do. If really, you have him in the Rumble just so it could potentially set up another feud for WrestleMania. Because whoever eliminates him from the Royal Rumble, that's your guy.
How do you do that though? Like how do you eliminate Brock? Jesus.
Well, he's so crazy. He runs at everything. So I mean, he could just eliminate himself. Really, someone just. Pulls the bottom rope. I mean, hell, they had Maven fucking eliminate The Undertaker. I mean, anything can happen in wrestling.
Oh, so. Yeah, that drop kick to the... Oh, God, that was
terrible.
Hilarious.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But I think whoever... If they don't want to put him in just a situation where he's coming back and just kicking ass and taking names or fighting with the Authority, which I don't think he'll be doing, a really good option for him would be something like have him go into the Royal Rumble, and if they don't want him to win it, whoever eliminates him, that's what it's going to be. I have a feeling Alberto Del Rio. I don't think him taking him on in Los Angeles was just a coincidence. I think there was a reason to that. They wanted to see how they work in the ring. I know it wasn't a very long match that they had, but I'm thinking that that's a possibility. ADR is definitely stiff. He's a hard worker. He's got the MMA background stuff, so he could be a good opponent for Brock Lesnar.
I actually saw the match on because someone filmed it and put it on YouTube, but actually it was pretty good. I mean, Del Rio was selling the suplex pretty well. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So, I mean, I think that could be a good possibility. I mean, they just don't usually just do things with situations like that. Usually there's a thought process to it. We're going to see how these guys work together. We're going to see what they do, and maybe that was exactly the reason for it. I don't think that's a high-selling match. I don't think anybody wants to see it. It could be a good match, but what's the point of that? Who wants to see Lesnar and Alberto Del Rio, especially at a WrestleMania-type thing? Maybe they'll fight at Royal Rumble, but I'm expecting Alberto Del Rio and Cena at Rumble. So who knows? Brock Lesnar's in a weird spot right now.
Yeah. Just one more question.
Yeah.
I know it's a little early, but who do you see taking the championship off of Dean Ambrose?
Who? This might sound weird, but I have a sinking suspicion that it could be a guy like Prince Pretty, like friggin' Tyler Breeze.
That's exactly what I would love to see him with the IC title. That'd be pretty cool.
If not him, I think that this could be a time to use a call up from NXT to kind of get some pop. I would love personally, just for my own edification and my own selfishness, Samoa Joe challenging Dean Ambrose out of nowhere and winning the Intercontinental title. Samoa Joe's running out of things to do down in NXT. I mean, there's only so many other guys that he can make look fantastic. He's running out of things to do. So Samoa Joe, Dean Ambrose, WrestleMania, that may not be a terrible idea.
No, and I don't see him winning the NXT title anytime soon, so I think that'd be a good idea.
No, they're moving on from him. It's Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's going to be the next guy. And
I actually think Corbin has a good shot at taking the title, actually.
I don't, because from what I'm understanding, they really want Zayn and Finn Balor. They really, really want that feud to happen. And if that feud doesn't happen, they still have Hideo Itami returning, like, any day. So I think there's still a few things that they want Finn to do before they move him up, but I don't think they can keep him down in NXT very much longer either. But the problem with any of those guys, Zayn, Samoa Joe doesn't have this problem, but guys like Balor, Zayn, maybe even Hideo Itami to an extent, Baron Corbin, they all have this issue that if you bring them up prior to WrestleMania, it kind of steps on their momentum a little bit, unless you're going to use them in a very big spot at WrestleMania, which, let's face it, the chances of that are unlikely.
Well, I actually have a pretty good way to call Balor up, actually, because when Cena does, and I fully expect him to take the U.S. title back.
Yes.
I would like to see Balor come up the night after Mania, accept the open challenge, and beat Cena for the title. I think that'd be pretty cool.
It would be interesting, but now the problem is they've kind of done that with Kevin Owens to an extent. You know, they didn't have the exact, surprise and then take the title, but Kevin Owens they did that in a way. So I don't know if doing that again is a smart idea, and I don't even know if it'll do Finn Balor justice. I think they're going to have to think of a better way to bring him up. I'm not sure. I
mean, I have no idea how you bring him up, but I mean, it has to happen sooner than later.
Yeah, he's not getting any younger, and I think he's at his apex. He might even be on his decline at NXT as far as popularity goes because of all the talent that is there. I think some fans in NXT are starting to be like, man, are we going to start seeing some of these other guys? When Neville held the belt for as long as he did, there wasn't really a lot of other stuff going. NXT was not the same. NXT popped towards the end and after Neville. Now, so it's a little bit different. Neville had a lot to do with getting him to that point, but his feuds that he had, while epic, the talent and the anticipation that they have now with some of these guys, it just wasn't there. So it's a good problem to have, but unfortunately, we're going to have to rely on their creative prowess to figure this out. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see, but I mean, I'm just going to talk about NXT very briefly.
Very briefly. I've had you on 13 minutes. Jesus, you selfish dude.
Sorry about that. I'm not even going to talk about it briefly. The Fatal 4-Way Tag was incredible.
Yes.
Jordan and Gable need to get the titles immediately.
Need to get the titles, perhaps, but they need to be in this feud with the Mechanics. That needs to happen. Holy shit. And I don't want to see the same thing with the Mechanics. I don't want to see the Mechanics go after one body part of one of those guys. I want to see a new trick out of the Mechanics. I want to see something different. I don't want to see that they've done it with 2 tag teams already. They can't do it with Jordan and Gable. This has got to be a completely different situation, and I'm hoping that it will be.
Well, I mean, like, what happens with the Vaudevillains? Do you think they're going to get called up, or I mean, like, what are they?
Yeah, I do. I think that they're very close. I think WWE was very happy with the Vaudevillains reaction that they got in London. They got a really, really good reaction. People were very happy with it. I'm not sure that Fatal 4-Way was so weird. Man, the Hype Brothers got shit on.
And I loved every second of it. I don't mind Zack Ryder, but I can't stand Mojo Rawley.
They hated him.
I really don't blame them. But here's my problem with the Vaudevillains coming up. I mean, I think they're both great wrestlers, but they're just so boring. They are so boring. Yeah. They really are.
No, they are. It's the gimmick. The gimmick doesn't work. And if they're villains, okay. They got to be Vaudevillains, and I'll be happy with that. Now, the problem is the gimmick has a really short lifespan. You see it, and you're like, oh, this is kind of funny. it would be a lot more funny if they were big, jacked up guys like, the steak and eggs and egg. They're big, but these guys are tiny little dudes, and I think the novelty wears off really quickly.
Also, last thing I'm going to talk about, how about Ty Dillinger? How about the shine he got against Sami Zayn? That was really good to see.
Ty's been over for a very long time. This is nothing new. Ty is he cannot work a bad match. He's a good-looking guy. He's got a really cool gimmick. Ty is great. I don't know how. I think you got to bring him up. He's got to become the next Heath Slater in WWE. If WWE doesn't have anything better to do for Ty Dillinger, make him the next Heath Slater because he needs to be up there. Ty Dillinger's great. I love him.
He had a really, really great match with Sami. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Zayn looked out of shape to me. He did not look at his best.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that new hairstyle he has.
I don't like it either. He looks like a weird penis. I'm not happy with it. But
it kind of looks like that hairstyle would be more suited for a heel.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know.
Sami ain't going heel, I can tell you that. They see T-shirt sales with Sami Zayn. If there's one guy that they're expecting to be a big merchandise pusher when he comes up, it's Sami frickin' Zayn, okay? They see money on Sami Zayn. They really do.
And when he comes up, he's going to be so over. He's going to sell tons of merch.
Oh,
I think it's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. Any parting thoughts here? I let's stay on for one because you could talk, and I appreciate you always have good things to say. Which, by the way, for all you people out there, like, why don't I get to stay on longer? Well, most of the time, I don't want to be mean, but you guys kind of suck. And I need things. I need things to talk to. You see what Jordan's doing? We're talking. It's great.
Yeah.
Not Jordan, Matt. I'm sorry. You see what we're doing? We're talking. It's called a conversation. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So you could stay on long, too, if you got something to say. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. You got any parting shots here?
Well, actually, I was going to give my ratings for both SmackDown and NXT.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give SmackDown maybe a 5.5 just because of the triple threat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give NXT an 8.5. I thought it was a really great show.
There you go. Hey, I appreciate it and hope you had a very happy holiday. And you're going to have a nice little New Year. So there you go.
Thank you, man. Happy New Year to you as well.
Take it easy, Matty J. Appreciate it. The Germinator up in the chat saying, just want to say hi to Dave and the gang. What up, Germ? Been a long time. I haven't heard from Germ in a while. What's going on, my friend? To everybody in the chat, hanging out, having a good time. USF Boy, Cat AD, Rick Bad Boy, David Wells, all kinds of people. Terry Snow Queen. We got all kinds of people up in the chat having a good old time. Just want to say thank you guys for hanging out. If you want to continue to support the channel, you can do so by liking and subscribing. We're almost at 1,700 subs. I think we can get to 1,700 by the new year. 13 away, 14 away, something like that, 12 away. Hook it up. We can get there if you guys make it happen. So that'd be awesome. Also, you can donate to the channel right in the description box below. You can click the little donate button and donate to the channel if you so see fit, and that would be awesome. I always appreciate it when people show a little bit of love to the channel. You could do that by straight up donating or going to www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com and buying a t-shirt. Holy crap. Now, joining me now, we're about to get crunk up in this piece. Because it's the one. It's the only. I'm elongating this so I can get his intro up. It's my man in the boxing world, Frenchie Ben.
Et un chapeau, une patate. Qui aime danser, qui aime danser, qui aime danser. Qui aime danser, qui aime danser, qui aime danser. Qui aime danser, qui aime danser, qui aime danser.
Frenchie, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing super great, Dave. I feel like Gargamel.
You're doing okay, other than Team Canada Junior Worlds getting beat by USA. Doubled them up.
4-2.
And what was apparently a really decent hockey game, huh?
Oh yeah, the pace was really great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did I let that slide? Did you say that you're feeling like Gargamel?
Yes, I did.
Holy shit. I can't believe I let that slide. That's awesome.
You know, it's the influence of Real Talk.
What the hell was wrong with Gargamel? Why would he want to eat the Smurfs? I never understood that.
To know what a great face is, you need a big heel.
That's right. That's right. And a big giant madman with a fucking retarded cat. That will definitely get the job done. How was your Christmas, my friend?
I'm really tired, Dave, but I'm having a blast these days.
That's awesome. Today's Boxing Day, or it was, wasn't it?
Yes, it is, but I'm not, because of the holidays, I'm not too much into sports, and I watched hockey today.
Oh, no,
and,
no,
right
no,
now,
no. No, not the sport. I don't want you to give me sports boxing. Today, the holiday in Canada, isn't it Boxing Day?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's our Black Friday.
Holy shit, dude.
That's good.
That's pretty funny. I didn't think about that there might be a problem with translation because you're my boxing guy. No, I was talking about your Canadian holiday, man.
Yeah, I know now. It's funny.
That's great.
So right now, guys, it's time to make coffee, get some marshmallows, and cook biscuits. Because because it's story time with Frenchie Ben right now.
Ben. All right, cuddle. Here's what I want you guys to do right now. Everybody in chat, I want you to go find a Snuggie. That's not a euphemism for a vagina. I want you to go find a blanket with fucking sleeves and get all snuggled up because it's story time with Frenchie Ben. Take it away, Frenchie.
I want to preface my story by saying that I really had a bad year in 2015, maybe the worst in my life.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, go for it.
I was just saying that's not good. Go ahead.
No, it's not good, and especially the last 6 months. But right now, it's beginning to change since the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm injured and now I'm into debt, and it brought me to some new experiences.
Sure.
And by meeting some of you people, and let's say Jesse J and the album of Real Talk, that the wind is starting to turn for me.
You got to turn the corner eventually, right?
Yeah. So this year I moved in June. At the end of May, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And the place I'm in right now, the owner is my best friend.
Oh.
So I have access to the basement and I can store things there. So at first when I came in, I just cleaned up the place and I realized that there was stuff in the basement that I could give or throw out or things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been 6 months I live here, but I never went around my neighborhood and look what kind of a store there is. And I did it 2 weeks ago, and I found a bazaar. A bazaar is some kind of place that I like because you find some crazy old stuff and memorabilia. Yeah, and more often than not, the owners of those places are really interesting people.
Yes.
So I went to a place. I entered the place, and there was 2 guys. The owner, who's called Joey, and his friend Bobby. And Joey, if you look at him at first, he looks like a beggar. And I really like that because I went around the store, and then I began to speak to the guy.
Yeah.
And the guy is really interesting. I spoke to him maybe 20, 30 minutes in English. And we began to talk about his past. And he told me he was a bond market trader for Goldman Sachs.
Oh, really?
In the Canadian stock market in Montreal in the 90s. And personally, I did my own trading between 2007 and 2012.
No, so that's interesting. Okay.
So one thing led to another, and he told me that he went out of the stock market when the internet, the computer
The
bubble
.com,
broke.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. In '99, around that time. So so that's it. I just spoke with him, and it was really cool. So I I realized also that the guy was into photo. He had lots of old stuff and old cameras and
Oh,
things of
that's
that
cool,
nature.
yeah.
So I told him I have something at my place that I'm gonna bring you in a few days.
Mm-hmm.
So this week I took the object, which is how can I say that it's a machine that was built in the 70s, and you can look at sliders with it.
Oh, like a yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
It's a diaporama machine.
Yeah.
So I brought it to him,
like a
and
slide projector.
yeah, that's it exactly. So I knew the guy would like it. I checked on the internet, and the value of it is maybe $50 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to his place, and I brought the item to him, and but I changed ideas because I told him, Joey, I told you I would give it to you, but I want you to give me something back. I don't care the price of the item. I want something to remember you. So
That's kind of
so
sweet.
the guy, go for it.
That's kind of sweet. It was like, I want a memento. Give me a lock of your hair, Joey.
Yeah, but that's the kind of things that I do since the last 3 or 4 weeks. I just get involved and go out and do things, and crazy things are happening to me right now.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't mean it's going to be fun all the time, but for now, I'm having a complete blast.
Well, what did the guy give you?
So the guy asked me, he said, what do you like? And I told him, if you have something about hockey or boxing, maybe you could give me something like that.
Sure.
So he had a little smirk, a smile on his face. He just landed his hand under the counter, and he showed me a magazine.
Oh.
The magazine is a 1954 sports magazine in a really good condition. And on the top, it's the Man of the Year, Rocky Marciano.
Holy shit.
Oh, the thing, it's crazy. It's just synchronicity, if you will.
Was this autographed by Rocky?
No.
Oh, boy, I was about to really freak you out.
But I made a little research because, as you know, because it's almost mint, I don't even want to touch the magazine.
No, yeah.
Almost. And in the magazine, it's crazy. The sports top performers are of 1954. In hockey, it's Red Kelly. And in football, it's Alan Amish, Doak Walker. In baseball, it's Willie Mays. And in basketball, it's Neil Johnston,
yeah.
Johnston, yes. And there's an article in the magazine. The title is "The High School Kid Who Could Play Pro Now," and it's about Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt the Still. They were talking about his dick.
So that's my feel-good story.
That's pretty cool.
Christmas.
I think that's awesome that you read the magazine. I think that's a badass. Like, I can just see you there with tweezers and white gloves. Like, okay, don't rip the page. Don't rip the page. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty badass, man.
So, in your case, you had a great Christmas with the family?
Yeah, and I got this awesome Darth Vader fucking Pez dispenser. Look at this thing. This is ridiculous.
I saw that.
For the right woman, this could be a very pleasurable Pez dispenser. You know what I'm saying? Dun, 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 I don't know. That was creepy. I creeped myself out.
But does the German wife was nice with you during Christmas time?
Oh no sex, nothing. Not even. She won't even let me sniff it. No.
But maybe she did you a coffee or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh God, no. You know what? Yeah, I got a coffee. I did get a coffee. That was great. I don't know if you said it in a way where that was like some weird sex act that I'm supposed to know what it means. I don't. No, I got a legitimate coffee. I did get that, and she cooked She cooked duck. That was awesome. So
Okay.
I had that. I mean, no poontang pie, but I mean it was a nice holiday. It was a very nice holiday. So there you go.
That's great. So I was talking about Rocky Marciano.
Yes.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Raging Bull?
Yes. Yeah. Who hasn't seen Raging Bull?
Ah, it's a classic, but
Classic.
maybe lots of your people maybe haven't seen it.
Yeah, the kids. There's a lot of kids. Kids, if you're watching, you're like, what's Raging Bull? Go watch Raging Bull. It's a great movie. Great movie.
And I learned that Rocky Marciano was undefeated during his career,
Yes, he was.
94 victories, and I learned. It remembered me some of the things about boxing. At the time, there was 15 rounds.
Yes.
And also-
Before they went to the 15 rounders, it was unlimited rounds.
Yeah, that's right.
And
That's right.
that was some real shit. But yeah, Rocky was the man. Continue, please.
And he was the champ in the heavyweight division,
Yes, he
and
was.
the division was larger in weight. I checked, and sometimes his opponents were between 179 pounds to 2,005 pounds.
Yes, he was.
And
Yeah, he was-
I think at the time, Dave, there was only one title.
Yeah, it was it. It was, and everybody wanted it. He had an amazing career. My opinion, he's the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. All due respect to Muhammad Ali and everybody else who came, Mike Tyson. All due respect, Rocky Marciano is the greatest heavyweight fighter in the history of boxing, in my opinion. Love the guy. He only defended his title 6 times, but he fought. He didn't duck anybody. That was the thing.
Nope.
And I'm not saying that fucking Ali did. I'm not saying that. He fought whoever they put in front of him. But when he made a decision when when the fights were getting at its toughest, he made a decision that he had to know was going to take him out of boxing for a good amount of time, and it certainly did. And it cost us some amazing fights. Now, I'm not blaming him for that because he's a conscientious objector. It happens. He's not going to war. He ain't doing it. A lot of other people did and had boxing exhibitions in Vietnam, but not him. He wasn't going to do it, and that's completely fine. But Rocky's my man. I love Marciano.
And Rocky Marciano was really well known because he was relentless.
Yes.
He never gave up. And I think the boxer that resembled him the most, but he's dead right now, it's Arturo Thunder Gatti.
I
In
don't
his
know who that
style.
is.
Arturo Gatti?
Oh,
You know
okay.
him.
I didn't hear you. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
So Thunder Gatti, he was relentless too. Not the same type of talent, because he lost a couple of fights. I think he lost 9 fights.
Yeah, he did.
But his Mickey Ward fights were crazy.
People forget Marciano was not a big guy. He was 5'11". He was tiny, small. He's my height. He's a small guy. And just, God, he really did bust some people up.
Yeah. And you'll understand that because I think you trade memorabilia or old
Yes, I do,
items.
yeah.
Okay. The magazine, how it is, the smell of it.
Oh, yeah.
The old smell, I
The
like
binding,
it a lot.
when the binding is intact, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it for me today, Dave.
Hey, I appreciate the comment. Good story, buddy. I love that.
Thank you. I just hope I'm not too boring.
Oh, God, you're never bored. I don't give a fuck if you put every other person in this damn thing asleep. You entertained the shit out of me. I love that story. You took me on an adventure. It was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
you too,
Frenchie.
man.
All right, buddy. You take it easy. And we'll
And
see you next week.
buy Real Talk album.
Buy Real Talk's album. I 100% agree with that. Black Mozart. www.realtalkthetruth.bandcamp.com. Go buy it. $9. It's amazing. Jesus, it's amazing. Go buy it. Thank you, Frenchie. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Okay, ciao.
Frenchie Ben, everybody. Frenchie Ben. I love that story. I love that story. Rocky, man, I love that story. What a great story. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Frenchie Ben story. That's pretty good. Pretty good. We got all kinds of good stuff going on in the chat right now. Oh, yeah, there was a question I wanted to answer from earlier. It was a Vikings question. And let's see. It was Gerald Herbert. He said if the Vikings make the playoffs, how far do you think they'll go? I think that was the question. Yeah. Hey, Dave, if the Vikings make the playoffs, how well do you think they'll do? Well, I think the Vikings have a chance. They have a good chance to make the playoffs, mainly because the NFC is so weak. Huffman, I can hear myself. Fix it. I was bringing Jeff Huffman, but his shit's all fucked up as always. I don't know. It all depends on their draw, man, because I don't think they're going to get the division. So that means they're going to get the wild card. So that means they could end up playing, but they're going to get Seattle or Green Bay more than likely, right? No, they won't get Seattle. Who would they get? Let's find out. I don't know. Hold on. We're going to find out, though, damn it. While we're waiting for Huffman to call back in, Jordan Turner, you're live with Dead on Dave. Rescue me while I'm looking up stats. What you got?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, buddy. I'm having a good old time.
How was your Christmas?
It was not bad. Not bad at all. Daughter had an amazing Christmas. I got this ridiculous goddamn Darth Vader Pez dispenser, which I can't stop holding because it's amazing.
I saw that. That was dope.
It is dope.
That was dope,
I mean, it dispenses full things of Pez. Look at that. Here, have Pez. Boom. It's awesome. I can't get over it. What you got for me, buddy?
I have a really great question I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, wait, before you ask that question, hold on. Before you ask that question, hold on. I gotta settle something up here. All right. Just hang with me for a second. Gerald Herbert, right now, this is the way the standings are. Number 1 are the Panthers. Obviously, they're probably not going to get caught. Carolina's number 2. Green Bay's number 3. Washington is 7-7, probably going to win their division. The wild cards right now are Seattle and Minnesota, and they both have a 2-game lead on the Falcons. That means more than likely, right now, Green Bay and Minnesota would happen in Green Bay. Green Bay would probably eliminate Minnesota in the first round. So that'd be a bad matchup for them. Adrian Peterson needs to be Adrian Peterson or Minnesota's in a lot of trouble. There you go, Gerald Herbert. There you go. What you got for me, Jordan?
Alrighty. I have a great question I really wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, let's talk some wrestling.
You want to get into the wrestling? Ooh, yeah, we're going to talk the wrestling. You want to get into the ring with the Macho Man? You want to get in here? Yeah, dig it. Let's talk the wrestling. What you got for the Macho Man? Sorry.
Nice impression, though, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
So, you know everything that's been going on lately in the WWE and stuff like that?
Yeah, as far as much as one could, yeah.
Yeah. Lord help us. So I've been trying to really get this through my head, but I can't. So I hope you can help me. Do you think that all the characters in the WWE, the men and the divas and the superstars, are bad at this point? Like nobody is really likable. Like they're all weird to me. Like Sasha's like doing her little thing with Team Bad. They're trying to portray them as a female New Day. Kevin Owens isn't being Kevin Owens like he was down in NXT, along with Sasha and Becky. and et cetera, et cetera. Everyone that was in NXT, they were kicking ass. They were being themselves. And then now they're on the main roster, they're not being themselves, and that is a real problem for me. Not just them four, but everybody, on the roster aren't being themselves.
Well, I mean, they don't want them to be themselves. You got to understand, NXT is closer to the Attitude Era than we'll ever, see in the WWE until the WWE decides to go back to it. People forget what the Attitude Era really was. Everyone talks about the bra and panties and all the stuff that we got to see. The Attitude Era was about letting performers be themselves. It wasn't about good guy versus bad guy. It was just about going out and being yourself. And you're right. We're not getting that. I think that there are a couple people who are starting to go in the right direction. Kevin Owens being one of them. I think the last couple of weeks, hopefully that will continue. Sasha, obviously, this whole team thing needs to end completely, but we'll see.
That needs to end immediately. That needs to go. But I think, like you said, Kevin Owens is starting to be himself. I think the only one that legitimately is being themselves is Brock Lesnar.
Well, the New Day. The New Day is. The New Day is.
The New Day, too. Yeah. The New Day as well.
And they're the most over thing in the company. New Day is the most over thing in wrestling. I mean, it's the New Day is.
I don't know why the hell they did not win the tag team of the year. That really.
Because from what I understand, from everything that I've read, that was 100% legitimate voting. That was fans' actual voting. So
those fans are really in the head. I don't know.
Well, kids, man. Look, people forget. Man. People don't understand just how popular the Roman Reigns and the Usos and that whole Samoan dynasty is with the young kids, man. And there's more kids than us. Plain and simple. There are more kids watching Brock than us.
Yeah, that is absolutely true.
It's why Neville beat out Kevin Owens. It's why Neville beat out Kevin Owens.
Yes.
Because Kevin Owens fans are not voting. Kevin Owens fans are not voting. Neville fans are. Yeah. That's why he won.
Exactly. So I want to talk about this Diva of the Year thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really have a problem with Nikki Bella winning the thing.
No, she was the right pick. Yeah.
She was an absolutely right choice. How long did she have the title for? For 200 and something days?
301 days, 296 days, something like that.
That's crazy. I cannot believe she had it for that long.
Yeah, she did.
You have I know you're not really a fan of the Bellas ones, but do you?
I wouldn't say that. I think that they're very effective in the role that they have. That they don't let them be that enough. Nikki, ever since she got into John Cena's pants, now she's a different type of person. Yeah. She's been more elevated, which I think is fine. They just don't know what to do with Brie, and that's a problem. They can't let Brie develop because Brie has no personality, so they can't let her develop on her own. So they always have to end up sticking her back with Nikki, which I think screws Nikki, because Nikki does have a personality.
That's the thing I was going to bring to your attention. I think they should split the Bellas ones up, because in my opinion, Brie is holding down Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
If they were separated, I think Nikki Bella and her Fearless brand, which is already kicking off already.
Yes.
With the kids and stuff, I think if she was on her own, maybe, I'm being honest, maybe I would start being more of a fan of her single run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they separate them than having the Bella Army, Bella brand, as they like to call it.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the Bella brand has diminished in the last couple of years, as far as a team, and Nikki has become the star.
That's why I hear everyone always saying that they should go away, and the Bella Army or the Bella Twins go away. Come on, if you know Nikki Bella would be by herself.
I know. Rick Badboy just said, no way kids voted for Nikki. Rick Badboy, you are sorely underestimating how much the kids love the Bellas. Kids love those goddamn Bellas, man, because they're like the Kardashians. That's kids are voting for Nikki. I guarantee you that. All right, Jordan, what else you got for me, man? Because every time that you call in, I love you to death, and I don't want you to stop calling in, but you talk all over, and I talk a lot too. I know we talk all over each other too much because neither one of us wants to give. So.
Yeah.
One of us has to give. One of us has to take the dick, all right? And unfortunately, it's my show, so I'm not going to take a dick too often. So You're going to have to open up your anus, is what I'm saying.
No, I totally agree. I kind of talk over people. My mom tells me the same thing.
It's okay. I'm just giving you a hard time, buddy. What else you got for me?
So with the Royal Rumble coming up, apparently WWE has a lot of scenarios they can go to. How would you book the Royal Rumble with matches, and who do you think deserves to win the Royal Rumble, and who should go to WrestleMania?
Oh, fuck me.
What makes sense?
That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna put some thought into this, and I'm gonna answer the question. So keep listening, and I'm gonna give you the answer to that.
I will.
All right, Jordan. I appreciate the call, buddy.
All right, man. Take care now.
Take it easy. XLT Live Podcast, Too Tall, is up in the chat doing this thing. He's at work, on lunch, listening to Dave. David Wells, what's your wrestler in WWE? I don't know what that means, David Wells. I couldn't tell you. Gun Cannon 15, dead on, Dave. I saw it again, and man, I have more insight in episode 8. We're not talking about episode 8. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Okay, the question is, who do I think is going to win the Royal Rumble? I have no idea. I think that over the next couple of weeks, I think the opinions are going to be a hell of a lot more easy to be formulated. Anything right now is a shot in the dark. I still think Kevin Owens is a favorite. He has to be, especially if Roman Reigns is going to continue to be the champion, because I don't think John Cena is necessarily going to be in the works. Even though I do think a John Cena-Roman Reigns match for WrestleMania is not out of the question. It is something that could help Roman Reigns. Now, I originally wanted to keep these two as far away from each other as humanly possible, but it might be the way to go. I'm not sure. That's this whole damn thing going into WrestleMania is so up in the air for me. Traditional booking, I would go with Kevin Owens to be the super heel guy that you need. If they want to continue an authority storyline, which I hope they don't, because I'm tired of the whole authority angle. I'm like Vince Russo, fuck the authority stuff, doesn't work. Then Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns is something that could sell WrestleMania if done right. So Kevin Owens, I think he's up there for me. Let's take a call. 919, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
I still think Kevin Owens is the favorite. He has to be, especially.
I got a question on Roman Reigns and everything that happened on Monday Night Raw.
Yo, what you got?
All right. I'm not gonna stay on too long. I gotta like at least 5 minutes.
Just ask the question. Just ask the question.
Not a quick question. All right. I got a question about Monday Night Raw. Every time I watch Raw every week, the ratings get so badly, and Vince McMahon be put out like not great matches. He put out like decent matches, and I pretty much got a problem with Roman Reigns. I mean, every time the guy comes out there, he comes out with doing it. Some lame cheesy promos, and he'll be like telling everybody that he's like a better wrestler, but to me, he's not a better wrestler than the guys I've seen in the past, like names like CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin,
sure,
Triple H, Braun, among others. But he's pretty much trying to get the fans to cheer for him, but he doesn't realize that most of the guys are like better WWE champions than him, but
well, see, what you're doing right now is you're projecting what you and older fans want to see. Roman Reigns is over right now. Kids are cheering for him. There's a big majority, and most importantly, it's who WWE wants as champion. So it's unfortunate that we don't get what we want all the time, but I mean, Roman Reigns has done quite a bit as of late to kind of rebuild his stock. He's done some good stuff. They're going to continue the storyline with him and probably Mr. McMahon on Monday, which By the way, having McMahon on that episode that Roman Reigns won his title on, it's one of the best. It was pretty much the best rating show of the year. So I don't know. It's a tricky situation.
Well, I don't have a problem with him, but it's just that I didn't get how they had to choose him to be a champion, but they couldn't find somebody else that could be a better champion. But
it's not about finding someone better. It's about finding who they want. It has nothing to do with someone better. It's a fake sport. You got to remember that, man. It's not about talent. It's about who they think can draw. So they feel that Roman Reigns can draw. They're wrong, but they feel it.
Yeah. I'm not blaming on him, but mostly like Vince McMahon. You know, I guess he couldn't find somebody who could carry the title after Ron got injured. But I guess they had no choice but to give
Roman Reigns was taking the belt off of Seth Rollins at Survivor Series anyway. People forget that. That was the plan. Roman Reigns was taking the belt anyway. That doesn't matter. He was taking that belt before Seth got hurt. So we could talk all we want about how this may have sped up plans, but in reality, Seth Rollins getting hurt probably saved us about 6 weeks of Roman as champion because they had to change plans because of that. So I don't know.
Right.
I hope you had a very nice holiday, my friend, and I appreciate the call.
I do. I do. I had a great Christmas yesterday. I didn't get much. I only got 2 wrestling DVDs and some other good stuff. I had a good Christmas.
That's awesome, man.
I hope you had a good Christmas.
Yeah, I did. It was good. I got this ridiculous Darth Vader Pez dispenser. Look at this thing. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I appreciate the call, man.
No problem, man. You have a good night, and I'll give you another question about WWE next week's show.
All right, I'll catch you next time, buddy. Thanks for the call, pal.
You're welcome, man. I'll see you later.
See you later. Yeah, all right, let's get back into it. Here we go. Jay Davis up in the chat talking about all kinds of stuff with people. That's great. He's calling Bray Wyatt winning the Rumble. I think that's a possibility. I didn't think it was for a while, but I think it's starting to become a possibility. Because I think that they're starting to get away from the whole situation with him being, the team thing may not mean as much going down the line. We'll see. Let's take a call. Oh, I got to take Huffman. Jeff Huffman live with Dead on Dave. Hopefully his shit's working now. I don't have to throw him off. What's going on, Mr. Huffman?
Yeah, you can't hear yourself now?
No, I can't. That's good. Hold on. I got to play your intro. Good. Hold on. I got to play your intro.
Okay, go for it.
All right. There we go. There's Jeff Huffman's intro.
Beautiful.
What you got for me, Huffy?
Oh, well, first off, I don't know what Frenchie Ben's talking about. If anyone's going to be making biscuits, it's going to be me. But
yeah, you're the biscuit man. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess you saw that the Nats picked up Daniel Murphy.
Yeah, I hate that move. Hate that move by the Nats. I really do. I don't think that the money means nothing to me, but Daniel Murphy's what, 31,
right,
32?
Well, money in baseball doesn't mean anything
doesn't
now.
Mean shit. He's 31 and 32. He's a defensive liability, and yes, he had a really good postseason and a decent year. I don't know if it's the right move for the Nationals. I think it's a bad move.
Well, I mean, they do get another left-handed bat in that lineup, and they're very right-handed, with Rendon, Espinosa.
True.
The rotting corpse that is Jason Worth.
But is Murphy a lineup-changing bat at this stage in his career? I don't think he is.
No, I mean, he only hit – I mean, he was a decent hitter for the Mets, but, I mean, the power surge he went on this past postseason, I mean, that was a freak thing.
Yes,
that was a freak thing. The the light shines on somebody random every postseason, some unlikely source, and it happened to be Murphy this past postseason, 2011 for the Cardinals. It was David Freese.
Yeah,
it happens.
I have to correct myself. He's actually only 30 years old.
He turns 31 on opening
April,
day,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, in April.
Okay, but no,
Still.
it's not a lineup changing thing. It does give him another left-handed bat in the lineup, but yeah, it's definitely not a game changer. I don't think.
I don't know, for a team that everything that they have is hinging on Bryce Harper not going to the Yankees in 2 years, which he is. He's going to the Yankees. It's where he's going.
It's going to happen.
He's going to be playing center field for the Yankees in 2018. It's going to happen. So I don't know. Last year,
unless he wants to come here.
No, I don't. I don't think that's happening. Look, Daniel Murphy hit 281 last year, 14 dongs, 73 RBI, and 322 on base percentage. Not a bad season at all.
Season.
But he also had the benefit of playing in one of the most resurgent lineups in the second half in all of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that lineup, they were Toronto the second half. Cespedes just injected this life, and that damn Nationals lineup is lethargic as fuck. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the move.
Yeah, I'm not real huge on it. I don't despise it. Like I said, it gives him a serviceable left-handed bat
I
in the
don't
lineup.
despise it. Yeah, I definitely don't despise it.
That they didn't have. Well, yeah, you don't despise it like that one guy I've been talking with in my videos. He's just ripping the Jason Hayward thing to the Cubs.
I don't care.
He's just tearing it apart.
Makes no sense. Huffman on his channel, Grand Slam 87 on YouTube. Great channel, by the way. You guys should go check it out. Huffman's been putting out videos again. Make sure you go check that out. He's been doing videos, and he keeps getting this one guy who turned out to be a White Sox fan, which told me everything I needed to know, who is trashing everything the Cubs did in the offseason, which makes no sense at all. Because, look, if Jason Hayward, 26 years old, still has amazing power potential, game-changing glove.
Oh, his power's going to go up.
His power's going up in Wrigley. He's going to hit that jet stream. He's going to have a 25 at least this year, I'm thinking.
He's hitting. I was going to say he's going to hit 24.
Yeah, I'm thinking somewhere around there. But here's the thing. This is what's so special, and this is why Bryce Harper's going to make $500 million when he hits free agency. Players of this caliber, with the type of tool set that Jason Hayward has, they don't hit the free agency market at 26. It doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. We're going to see a lot more of it now because of this influx of young, immensely talented players that have come in the last 2 seasons. I mean, Chris Bryant's going to hit free agency young. Anthony Rizzo, he already re-upped. But there's a bunch of guys who are going to be hitting relatively young.
Yeah, I mean, teams are realizing that these young guys that they're drafting, I mean, they're ready pretty much now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's starting to turn into hockey. You can draft. I think eventually it's going to turn into you can draft some of these guys right out of high school and they can be right up there.
I don't know. I think that's going to be harder. I don't know if we're going to see that with any success. It's a real hard transition to go from high school and walk right into the major league diamond.
I'm saying it's a change. It's definitely it becomes more and more of a possibility.
Oh, I agree with that. Some of these college hitters, and that's why I think the Cubs did such a good job with what they've been doing. They're getting these experienced college hitters, and they're basically coming right up.
Ready now. They're pretty much ready now.
Yeah. I mean, you saw it with Chris Bryant, and now you saw it even more so with Kyle Schwarber. I mean, that was a major league ready bat. I mean, it's crazy, and we're seeing that more and more in the majors. Pitching is a little bit more difficult, but I think hitters we'll definitely see more of it. But high school hitting, I don't know. That high schoolers are hard for me. It's a hard sell. It just does not. It's happened very, very rarely, but it can happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Bryce Harper is basically a high schooler. He made his debut at 19.
Yeah, but that's true. That's true.
Jerk.
And yeah, he is a jerk. But he also struggled. He struggled mightily. He struggled for a couple of seasons. He did not.
Well, I mean, he didn't. I wouldn't say he struggled terribly. I mean, he was still hitting still hitting in the 270s. I mean, nothing
His
horrible.
struggle
but
was more to do with his injury prone than anything else. And that's something else that you have to consider. These guys' bodies can't be ready, right? I mean, a 17-year-old body can't be ready for the rigors of a season, right? I don't see that.
Well, unless I find the time to work out like I do. And
not
more.
Everybody's a Huffman, Jerko.
Hey, that didn't help me on the ice today a little while ago.
Did you get your ass busted on the ice today?
No, I just it didn't help with the skill that I never had.
Oh, please tell me somebody busted you. I'd love to hear someone busting you. It'd be great.
No, that was the one thing I was good at.
Oh, you were just running into people randomly?
Not randomly.
Oh, okay.
Not randomly.
What else you got for me, man?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, I went and did that today. Went to the gym obviously beforehand. That wasn't smart. Leg day beforehand. Yeah.
When do you not go to the gym? You always go to the gym. It's Jesus' birthday. We're pumping fucking iron. You know, that's just how he does it.
Yeah, I did do that. I did do that. I did do that yesterday.
Did you see my Darth Vader Pez dispenser? Did you see this thing?
Yeah, I've heard you plug it about 4 times today.
I'm going to continue to plug it because it's life-changing, Huffman. It's life-changing. I'll shove this right up your bunghole.
I'm not bashing you.
Oh, it sounded like you were judging me. I don't appreciate it.
No, I'm not judging it. No. Also watched a little Tommy C H1Z1 action this morning.
That's right. Tommy Z's doing a lot more. Tommy Z. That's what we're calling him. He's Tommy Z now. Whenever he posts videos for H1Z1, he's Tommy fucking Z. Tommy Z is posting H1Z1 videos where he's having people take off their pants and committing suicide and all kinds of crazy shit. You got to check it out. Shot from the Point. It's changing. That channel is evolving right before our very eyes. Go check out Shot from the Point because it's crazy right now. It's great. In the best possible sense of the word crazy. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on Shot from Point Live tomorrow?
Yes.
That's right. Shot from Point Live, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tommy C., Jeff the Huffman. I don't think Jake Link is on this week, but that just means Kazar and Frenchie Ben will be there. So there you go.
There we go. Hopefully talking about a Blues win. Come on here pretty soon.
A Blues. You want it to be a blue Christmas? See what I did?
No, no. I actually want a white Christmas, but that hasn't happened in. I can't even remember. No, it was 60 degrees.
The world's
yesterday.
Hotter. Or just it's going to turn into a fiery fucking ball. Al Gore was right.
Yeah,
that really pissed Tommy off. Oh, here's what I want you to do. You have a special mission, and don't worry because Tommy never watches my show, so you don't have to worry about him knowing this. He never watches ever. I want you at least twice in tomorrow's show to seriously say things like what you just said about white Christmas and stuff. It's like, well, if it wasn't for fucking climate change, and be dead serious. Like, just like, Tommy, you're crazy. Climate change is here. You're gonna get fired, and I want to see it happen. It would be great.
Oh, you'll have to remind me.
Oh, I will. Will you do it if I remind you? How good would that be?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Keep a straight face.
Yes. Yeah. And then if he does like go crazy, we'll just reference him to this video, and then we'll make him look like an asshole. It'll be great. It's a can't lose. This is a win-win situation. It's fantastic.
Oh, I'm in.
That's awesome. Oh yes, climate change. Everybody in the chat, tweet something randomly to Tommy C about climate change this week. Just talk about how your town is so much warmer. Don't like flat out go and say climate change, but just be like, Tommy, are you noticing that it's hotter in Germany? Which it is, by the way. It really is. It's been a really, really warm Christmas, warm winter. Just say things like that, It'd be fucking hilarious. Oh my god, it'll drive him absolutely fucking crazy. And he'll send you all kinds of stats of why it's bullshit. Oh my god, you'll have so much fun. That's my Christmas present. That's my Christmas present. Driving Tommy crazy.
Oh,
That's
that
payback for Star Wars, okay?
Yeah, he did not like it.
He hate fucked it. He really did.
I still have yet to see a Star Wars movie.
It's great. Any Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I said I know the gist of the originals from Family Guy.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. I forgot about that. Well, you know what? Because you haven't seen any of them, this is a perfect movie for you. Force Awakens is perfect because you'll love it even more because it is. Even Tommy admits it is a good movie. You know. He just hates the fact that it's a cash grab that he feels and that it's a complete scene for scene remake of A New Hope, which I think there are some elements that they definitely take from the movie. There's no question. It's done in that vein, but it's a fan film. So I'm cool with that. I had no problem with that. I'm like Kevin Smith. Give it to me. I'll take it. It's wonderful.
You were entertained.
Yes, unbelievably entertained because it is a really well done movie. It's a very, very, very well done flick. So I think you should see it. I think you'll really dig it.
Oh. All right.
Other than that, I appreciate the call, Huffman. I'm going to wrap this bitch up. I've been on for an hour and a half.
No, sounds good. I mean, maybe I don't know. After the Blues game, I might stream a game or something. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Yes, dude, that Grand Slam 87. Are you going to live stream it?
Yeah, on Twitch.
On Twitch. Well, Grand Slam 87 on Twitch?
Yeah.
Grand Slam 87 on Twitch. Huffman might be doing some live streaming, so make sure you go check him out. Hey, Jeffy, I appreciate it as always, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're awesome. You're always here. I didn't have you. You are Dead on Dave Productions, man. What are you talking about? You're always here. I love you. Talk to you later, Huffman. Have a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas.
I did.
All right, buddy. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Jeff Huffman, everybody. William Fuller's been trying to call the entire show. I got to take William Fuller. I know I just said I was about to wrap the show up, but I got to take William Fuller. William Fuller, you're being rewarded for your perseverance, man. When you look back and people ask you, what did you do over your Christmas vacation? I continued to call in to Dead on Dave's show until he finally fucking answered. An hour this motherfucker's been calling in. I had to go out with William Fuller. What you got for me, William? You're finally live with Dead on Dave.
I just I saw you online. I just thought, I'll just call in. I've had a mixed week, Dave. I stayed up till 4 a.m. watching that shitty Monday Night Raw Slammy Awards. Fucking
yeah, it
shit.
was terrible.
Next day I watched Star Wars, and that was incredible. And it was a good film.
It was great.
I think people are complaining about. I think what annoys me is the fact that when the prequels came out, they complained that they weren't like the originals. Yeah. Now, when Force Awakens come out, they're complaining, they're too much like the originals.
You were damned if you do. You're damned if you. Look, here's the reality. An overwhelming majority of people love this movie. Overwhelming majority. And whenever you have that much love, you're going to have people who detract. And I can't even say that people like Tommy are wrong in what they're saying. Look, there is a lot of elements that are borrowed from the original movie.
It is subjective. I feel like some people will be okay with it, and some people will not. That's fine. But I don't feel.
Here's where I disagreed with Tommy. Tommy thought it's just a cash grab. It's just a spit in the face of fans. No, it's a fan film. This was done deliberately for fans. And
the merchandise isn't crazy though. That's the thing. That the merchandise. BB-8 obviously. I think the concern with BB-8 was that he was going to be like Jar Jar, and everyone had bought Christmas presents of him. But he was amazing. I thought in some ways he's better than R2-D2 in the originals because he's more mobile.
He's mobile, yeah. He actually could carry a scene, and he had some spectacular moments.
That lighter scene where the John Boyega Finn puts his thumb up,
yes,
and then BB-8. That was amazing. I love that.
There's so much I loved in this movie, and if anybody wants a definitive every reason why you could possibly love this movie, look no further than go over to Kevin Smith's channel. He actually has a channel now on YouTube, just got it, and it's just starting to build. He does Fat Man on Batman live, not live, but he does it on there. Go check it out. It's awesome. He talks about.
I'll just write it down, Dave.
What's that?
Have you what? I just wrote it down. I'm looking. I'll look
Kevin Smith, you gotta watch this damn. It's incredible. In fact, I'll put it in the damn chat because I love this review so much. You will laugh your balls off. It's so goddamn funny.
I'm a really big fan of the Red Letter Media reviews. Have you seen those of the prequels?
Oh yeah.
Right. Those are really good. I feel like they sum up why the prequels were so bad compared to the originals. But
I just put the link in the chat right now. It's in the chat. Go check that out right after this show. You got to go check out Kevin Smith's review. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I was really happy the fact that British actors once again. I mean, what I did like about Star Wars franchise in the originals, they don't take well-known actors. They take like young up-and-coming actors like Daisy Ridley and John Boyega, who the two main characters who were. I thought they were incredible. I did feel sometimes the Finn. I sometimes was like a little bit distant from him because he did have some clunky lines.
Yeah, he did.
But I feel like Daisy.
But I think because of his character, it's kind of forgivable. I mean, he was kind of. That's kind of the whole beauty of the name of the movie, Force Awakens. I believe he at very least is Force sensitive, but he had an awakening of his own. And it was pretty cool, some of the things that he was going through. But yeah, there was some clunky there. But that's Star Wars dialogue too,
Yeah.
And I think another thing that people don't give enough credit to is, and don't take this in consideration enough, is how hard it is to establish new characters in a movie like Star Wars.
I think they did it perfectly.
They did.
Daisy.
Because not only did they have the older returning characters to help kind of guide them along and give them the rub, for lack of a better term, let's use some wrestling terminology. But they also had a blueprint that these characters fell into. I mean, you saw elements of Luke, Han, and Leia in basically every brand new character, and it was awesome. I thought it was so well done. I loved it.
What I loved about how they established Rey, they didn't have any dialogue. For the opening 5-minute sequence of Rey, it was just her going about being a scavenger, and the music was perfect.
Yeah.
And I sat back and watched with my mate, I thought, I'm watching a Star Wars film. I feel like I can talk to my mates about Star Wars and they'll be like, oh, it was pretty good. Because, the prequels, I didn't even watch Revenge of the Sith. I didn't even watch that one. The first two were terrible. I hated those ones.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of those either, but yeah.
I mean, there are some things about the Force Awakens that annoyed me. The fact that Finn had a lightsaber battle with Kylo Ren.
Did not bother me. I'll tell you why it didn't bother me. Because he was a trained soldier. He was a trained soldier. So that didn't bother me.
He's never been in battle before.
But he is a trained soldier. Regardless if he was in battle before. Like, he couldn't partake in the first opening battle because it was wrong. He still has the warrior's instinct because he's been trained his entire life to be a warrior. So when he had a cause worth fighting for, which is help saving Rey, who just got knocked the fuck out, he manned up and he used his combat training to fight a guy like Kylo Ren. I thought it was perfect. I didn't have a problem with it at all.
What I found kind of hilarious about the film was when... Who's the person that said, oh, you can have 60 portions for BB-8?
Oh, yeah,
She declined, and it was like, get people to get BB-8. And then the character Finn saw her getting beaten up. He just stood there, and she just beat them up and didn't do anything. And it's almost how... You remember that scene where the Rey beats up those scavengers?
Yeah.
I found that kind of funny because you'd expect Finn to run in and save the day.
Finn was going to make the save, but that was social justice warrior bullshit. Women don't need, stop holding my hand and all that. That was like the whole women's lib thing. But they didn't hit it too hard, so I didn't have a problem with it. If they would have continued to shove it down our throats, like, this woman is more badass than this man, I would have, oh, come on, all right, we get it. But I thought
I do like the fact there was a female Jedi.
Oh, I love that. And I love that she fought a trained Jedi, a trained Sith. I love that. There are some girls my age, women my age, older, that have been waiting for that their entire lives. And you know what? They did it in a really good way. I was happy with it. I love this movie. I mean, I really can't There's nothing I didn't like. It was exactly what I wanted. It was perfect for me. I loved it. Look, here's my fucking Darth Vader Pez dispenser again. I love the movie. Look at this fucking thing. Have you seen this thing, William? Have you seen my giant fucking Pez dispenser? Look at this.
I have seen it, Dave.
It could dispense you. That's how this is impressive. It's impressive.
I have to I've got to say that I don't think this film was as good as The Empire Strikes Back. But what I did love about this film is the fact that apart from probably the final 3 minutes of the film, I did not feel, the film was over. I was engaged throughout the whole film until the final 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought it was I thought J.J. Abrams did a great job.
He did.
And
he did a great job. He absolutely did.
When is the next year? What is the film next? It's not Episode 8.
No, it's Rogue One. Rogue One, and then Episode 8, and then the Han Solo standalone, and then Episode 9.
What did you say? The one before Episode 8, Rogue something.
Rogue One.
Who's that based on? Rogue One.
I believe it's going to be based on Poe, isn't it? Or is it based on? I don't know a lot about the Rogue One situation, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up. Anyway, are you wrapping up the show now? Because I'm going to go now.
I'm going to bed, so yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call, and I decided to let you get on here because you persevered. So take it easy, buddy.
Have a good Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas, Dave.
I did, and I hope you did as well, and have a very happy New Year.
Thank you.
Take it easy, William Fuller.
Bye.
Now, here's the damn thing. Frenchie Ben, we had spoilers. Frenchie, I'm so sorry. Frenchie, I'm sorry, Frenchie Ben. My bad. All right, Frenchie, we're done. We're done, Frenchie. Sorry. Sorry, Frenchie. I apologize for that. I didn't even say spoilers this time. I'm such a dick. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. All right. Gun Cannon says, whoa, Dave. Not fully trained. He's right. Kylo Ren was not fully trained. He's right. I'm sorry about that. I'm an idiot. That's true. He's not. They even say it in the movie. So there you go. Well, I think that's it. I think we've hammered this thing home. I hope you guys had a fun time. Oh, the one thing I did want to ask you guys, what should I do for New Year's Eve? I'm not going anywhere. I'll probably be here in my lair. And remember, I hit New Year's Eve before you guys do. So, in some cases, 6 hours. In some cases, no hours. 1 hour if you're in the UK. But, yeah. So, I'm excited about that. Should I go live while it's New Year's for me? I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think. If you have ideas for what I should do on New Year's Eve, hit me up in the chat, man. Hit me up on Twitter at @ThatOnDaveV. Let me know what you guys think. But if nothing else, make sure you go like, subscribe, and share. Like this. Fuck, I'm hiccuping. Like this video. Pez Darth says like the video. Like the video. I don't know who the hell that was supposed to be. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this bitch around. Share it. There you go. That's all I got. Oh, Rogue One is about the group that gets the plans to the original Death Star. Okay, thank you, Patrick Lynn. I wasn't sure what Rogue One was going to be about. So there you go. That's all I got. Thank you guys for joining me right here. We rocked it out for an hour and 45 minutes. I think it's time to go. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Thanks for everybody who called in tonight. Had a lot of fun. And we will see you guys next time right here at Dead on Day Productions. We'll see you Monday night live after Monday Night Raw. And we'll be live doing our thing. I'm feeling a lot better, so the videos will be picking up yet again. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.